Well. GM. G. To the M. Great morning, my friends. DJs, Diamond Hand fam, Forge and Fuel crew, super soldiers, pioneers, pivoters, pursuers, builders, brothers and sisters, hermanos y hermanas, mamas y papas, anyone I may have left out and anyone in between. Welcome back and welcome into the best way to start your day. It's time to get fired up at Forge and Fuel. Baby. Woo! That's right, my friends. Here we are back live in prime time on episode 681 of Forge and Fuel. And I am your humbled, honored, and clearly always hyped host, Colton Capp Swirl One. And I can't thank you enough for choosing to stop by, hang out with me and my guys, and dive down some motivational and inspirational rabbit holes unlike any other. Now, let me be the first to tell you that the motivation and inspiration is going to be flowing unlimitedly on this morning's program. We got more of it, more good vibration, more high-level conversation than you're going to know what to do with over the course of episode 681. But before we dive into this morning's program, Before we can officially stir up some of those aforementioned vibes, I must humbly ask you to do a few things if you can find it burning way deep down inside. Maybe, just maybe, you could take a few moments to smash that subscribe button on whatever platform you're currently ingesting the Forge and Fuel podcast on. If you are watching on YouTube, you might as well hit that notification bell located over yonder. Forgot what side I was on. Right next to that subscribe button so you never miss the start of a live show or any additional content dropping here on the channel. If you're enjoying this morning's program as well, maybe you could think about hitting that like button located over yonder here one time for the one time to help that algo go and flow on the old tube of the U variety. But maybe you like a little more uncensored platform. Maybe Rumble is your viewing platform of pleasure. And if that is the case, maybe you could take a moment to smash that subscribe button, turn on that notification bell, and even hit a like button as well, and help the old algo go and flow on the old Rumble. Maybe you don't like either one of those platforms. Maybe you like to watch a little video and scroll through a timeline at the same time and get up to date on the latest, greatest of news around the world and right here in our backyard in the good old US of A, and maybe a hodgepodge of other things at the same doggone time, baby. If that is your preference, maybe you're watching on the X app. And if you are, maybe you could think about hitting that heart button, maybe rocking that repost button, and maybe even crushing that quote post button. Let the people know on the X timeline why you've decided to tune in live in prime time to Forge and Fuel this morning. And last, but certainly not least, if you are listening to this podcast on your favorite podcast directory like Apple, Amazon, or potentially also watching on Spotify, maybe you could take a moment to hit that subscribe, give us a follow, leave us a 5-star rating, and in all honesty, maybe just take a moment to smash the shit out of whatever button you see on your screen, as it only helps us continue to grow and flow on all those platforms as well. Nah, man. Yeah, buddy. Shout out to all you beautiful humming beings tapped in, tuned in, locked and live in prime time that have smashed the shit out of all of those buttons. Hi ho, it's off to work we go. But maybe you haven't. Maybe you're sitting there thinking, why is that my job to hit those doggone
Be rude.
buttons? Well, it's 47 and 45 just said, don't be rude. But this is my job. This is our job. And the only way we continue to grow and flow is if more of you amazing humming beings tell more people you know. So, maybe you could think about doing that if this show makes you laugh, if it makes you cry, if it makes you think, if it makes you go, whoo-hoo! That's some damn good perspective. I got to apply that right into my life. Well, then. Don't be a hoe. Share the show. Be a friend. Tell a friend. Let somebody know. And we will proceed with this morning's program. That's right, my friends. Here we are back live in prime time on this terrific TERRIFIC Tuesday morning for episode 681 of Forge and Fuel. Once again, March the 4th, 2025. If you haven't checked your calendar yet today, and I hope you're ready to come alive because we got a banger show on tap for you here this morning. We got more videos to watch. We got more perspective to dish out. We got more knowledge and insights to get into, so I don't even want to hesitate or delay. Let's get into the rest of this intro, baby. Now, you've heard glass breaking. You've heard bells ringing.
What?
You've heard now Stone Cold Steve Austin.
What?
Little what to wake you up in the morning. What? You've heard a little Ric Flair. Woo!
Woo!
Maybe a little Macho Man Randy Savage. You've heard all sorts. You've heard all sorts of noises, is what I'm trying to tell you here. And that must mean Mr. Producer's in the building, friends and family, D-double-E-Z-double-Y, Derek Deasy Snow, what's going on, my guy?
Lightweight, baby!
The lightweight slinging, iron pumping, bowling ball bench pressing, the man, the myth, the legend. Woo! We wrapped up last night having a great conversation. We got some good shit on the horizon, D-double-E-Z-double-Y. Shout out to you, my guy. Hey, it's almost like I'm seeing what I saw last night. You're the same. You got the same zip up, same doggone, the same beanie on. I mean, hey, I kind of got the same thing on too. This is crazy. What the hell happened? Who's to say? Who's to know? Shout out to you, D's. Appreciate the hell out of you, my boy. But there is another high-level humming being here with us, my friends. A man who, without his plans, I don't know if we'd be able to have this show. See, sometimes it's a travel plan where he's going to complete a mission in a foreign land. But most of the time, it's a plan to help you get whipped right back into shape. Get your doggone mentality on the right track again. Your physical ass back in action. And maybe your financial, your pocketbook stacking up a little bit of that compound interest. Who's to say, who's to know? But I suggest that, my friends, you get ready to welcome in the founder of the Grandpa Ape Country Club.
What?
The lead pro on the GACC greens, if you will.
What?
Coming off of an electric evening, a GAC XDHMG X Space where we talked about all of our failed projects.
What?
Who's to say, who's to know? I'm watching, you're working, his new quote of the show. My friend's a professional DJ with a wide-ranging musical catalog. He is currently working on being plugged into new areas, new locales, and maybe, just maybe, is working on bringing some new to the waves of the world. Who's to say, who's to know? You might be able to plug into the human iPod outside of this show. A professional DJ, yes, that's right, he is a human iPod.
What?
A purveyor of positive vibes.
What?
Curator of high-level energies.
What?
Certified PLP pusher.
What?
The jet plane flying.
What?
McLaren driving.
What?
Integral window smashing. One day, Integra rebuilding.
Oh, yeah!
What?
What?
Rolex rocking.
What?
Jesus piece dangling.
What?
The man, the myth, the legend, the one, the only, with an emphasis on the one.
What?
Now, Chicagoland's very own Mr. Turned Up himself, checking in for episode 681. He's DJ Swirl One.
Woo!
Great morning, Swirl One. How you doing over there?
I'm doing amazing. It's Taco Tuesday.
Yeah.
If you don't know already, bro, I'm pumped up. I'm fired up. I was up till the wee hours of the morning last night, which I probably shouldn't have been, but I could not pull myself away from this here desk. There was a lot of things happening. I don't know. It just, a little spark of light came through that window right there. Now, it may not have been light, actually, but something came through there. I mean, I fixed the window and everything. But I'm telling you, fire. So, before we get too far down the road, Taco Tuesday sounds like it could be a spicy one, a spicy meatball, if that's the case, just so you know. So, you might as well do us a small solid and grab that there, device, this one right here, and you could send out a text message. Maybe you could even possibly send out a DM. Maybe somebody out there, you're like, man, I always have to talk to this guy in person, or I have to talk to this girl when we go to brunch because they don't have any social media. Well, that's always a good thing. These are the kind of people that we need to introduce to the show because these are the type of people who are already unplugged from the Matrix, and now they can get plugged into an amazing network, one that provides you with some value, maybe with a few things you can learn and do throughout your history in this planet and do something good. So, my friends, before I go too further, make sure you've got your hydration. Wait.
The hydration.
Oh,
Yeah, I'm
that's
crushing
good
this
right
spot.
there. Okay. Also, this thing is filled up to like right here. Wow! It is on it right now. So this is
Number
one
2.
big cup of Joe right here. Here.
Good morning, Vietnam.
Oh, yeah, buddy. I'm fired up. It's going to rain all day, and I am going to make sure that I play basketball outside and not even get wet. So, how about that? Oh, I found my microphone too, by the way.
Hey, I was noticing. You sound good. You sound real good.
Buddy,
I gotta say,
it's right
sound
here.
real good.
Oh,
Huh?
I was going to make sure no matter what happened, I was finding that thing.
I ain't got no rain yet. Looking out the old studio windows there, but you know, whoever said sunshine brings happiness has never danced in the rain. So you know what the hell we do around here. We ain't worried about a little water. That's what old father used to say. It's just a little water. And baby, why we wouldn't go and say it? It's just a little water.
Hey, I on purpose stood under a thing that shot water at me today just so I could clean off this here body. So I mean,
what a crazy thought that
I'm
is.
just telling you. So
Jeez.
I mean, you know why people have such a hard time walking outside in this stuff.
Wow. And you know, much like a shower swirl one, you know, they say motivation and inspiration doesn't last, just like staying clean and hygiene. So, you know, that's why we got to have this show every doggone day. And maybe you're waking up this morning a little grouchy pants. Maybe you got up on the wrong side of the bed. Well, maybe get the fuck back in bed and roll over on the right side of bed. You know, I mean, there's a wild, novel thought for you one time. But if you're feeling, you know, not so up to par, well, that's why we got this program, and we're going to get you whipped back into shape and shooting subpar by the time this bad boy's over. I'm talking, holy shit, I forgot. Whoa, watch out. Watch out. Watch out.
Calm down over there.
Holy shit, I got to relax.
I say, meet the ball.
Are we okay?
Everything good?
Yeah, dude, okay, I was wondering what happened. I was taking a screenshot. That was crazy. I almost unplugged everything right there.
I can see that.
Okay, so now this is even more important that I need to change this. We got to make an adjustment here.
You will have to come and see the studio, or you can find out what
I'm going to do.
Table management really looks like.
I can.
If you know what table management is, you would see it right here in the flesh.
Well, now you got, hey, we didn't even have to get into the morning laughs, and you got a fucking morning laugh about ruin the whole fucking studio. I don't know why that is not here. For some reason, I just had this epiphany. So we're going to make some adjustments, and then maybe one day you even see it a little more zoomed out. And, you know, I'm in a whole studio, and then maybe one day we're in a whole studio together. I don't know who's say who's no. Let's not get the cart in front of the horse or anything, but let's stay right here, right now. Let's push the toes into the ground. Let's kick this bad boy off. I was really ready to kick it off a second ago, but
oh, you were about to kick something off for sure.
About shut it down for the day. Who's to say? Who's to know? So, my friends, if you don't know, you won't know. But we begin this show
about that DJ that flipped those decks and hit himself in the head.
And he still saved it. The show kept going.
I don't know how that kept playing. Oh my god.
I don't know how this kept playing because honestly, my cords were literally like dangling out right there. Who's say who should know? However, we begin this show a very specific way. Not that we haven't already. Maybe you're already chuckling at my dumb ass this morning. However, we do like to begin with some laughs because a very, very famous man, the late, great Jim Valvano, a man I look up to and has given me many insights and helped me along this path that I find myself on, once said that in order to have a full day, you got to laugh, you got to cry, and you got to think. And on the first thing on that list, it says you got to laugh. So, my friends, prepare for a little chuckle, a regular old belly laugh, one of them knee slappers. That sounds like something you like. Well, we got not one, not two, but 3 morning laughs coming your way once again this morning, friends and family. So let's get it cranking right off the bat. You know, if you know me and Swirl One, we're into the latest and greatest emerging technologies. The cryptos, the NFTs, the virtual worlds, the VRs and the VIs and the VAs and the who's the says, the who's to knows, whatever the hell's coming around these days. But you know, maybe you're not. And maybe you're thinking about dipping your toe. You've been hearing about this Grandpa Ape Country Club. You've been hearing us talk about the Bitcoin. You've been seeing old DJ T tweet about this new reserve. What is going on? You say, you know what? Maybe first I'm just going to try this VR. I'm just going to check out what virtual reality is. And maybe I can start to comprehend. Well, if you do decide to do so, may you please just watch this video as a brief cautionary tale to the dangers of VR.
Hey! Keep going, man. Get to the end of the plane. All right, now jump. Come on, jump. 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 Jump out. What the hell jumping for? Come
He starts stomping his feet on the ground. Teach, you got to play that back, bro. That's too good. He doesn't even use
thought he was falling. He literally thought he was gonna fall.
He doesn't even use his hands. He like buckles his hands in and watch this shit.
All right, jump.
He just takes the fetal position. He was dying.
What the hell jumping for?
Oh my. Bruh. Bruh. And you wonder why I don't want to do VR, dude.
Surprise, motherfucker.
No, I would tell you.
That is not. I will not. I'm sorry.
No,
dude. You were
I've
not
never
doing
done that. Never done that game. All right, never done that one. However, there was one time, well, two times actually. One time I was boxing, and I got downloaded into the ring just out of nowhere. And I looked across from me, and there was this man who was about 6'8", a significant opposite color of me, if you will, and probably 280 pounds of pure brick shit and muscle. And in that moment, I forgot that I was in VR. And then I heard ding, ding, and that motherfucker come charging. I'm talking about like a damn rhino across the ring. And I said, wow, what the fuck? And I freaked the fuck out, bro. And I was like, wait, I'm in VR. I'm in VR. Holy shit. I took the goggles off. I was like, oh my gosh. And then
he was not ready player one for sure.
No, I was not ready player one. And then one time I was playing the foosball, and maybe I was rolling out of the pocket a little too hard and stuck my head right into the old what's that called out there? The closet. That's what I was doing. A little rollout, and I went, ding! I was like, oh shit, that's the fucking wall. Shit. Oh no. and I saw the stupid fucking boundary in front of me, bro. I was just too into the zone, man.
Dude, no.
I had like
He could go.
No, he was not going all the way.
I had 100 rushing yards at that point, and then that got me sacked for minus 25. It was rough, man. It was rough. Who's say who should know? But just so you know, my friends, I've been there, I've done that, and if you decide to get yourself a new Quest, a new whatever headset, then just be careful now. But also, it's mixed reality now, so you know that doesn't happen as much as it used to. Who's to say? Who's to know? However, earlier, Swirl One said, sounds like this might be a little bit of a spicy show this morning. Oh, you better believe it. And not because of more ways than one. Because this morning, there is a man who just was trying a little sample. You know, just wanted to just be kind, be nice. So, you know, you go to the grocery store and you see one of them little ladies or little guys set up with a little thing. He's got your free samples. So I might as well be nice, right? Well, this guy got roped into one of those moments, and let's just say this is a little spicy moment.
We just launched. It's a little bit of spice, though. A little spicy. Thoughts and reviews real quick? Spicy. Good? Yeah, sorry. New chip by lunch today. Shout out to that guy for trying our new chip. Just came out. It was spicy.
It's a little more fucking spicy than you said.
What are you talking about?
You gonna fucking give people that shit?
No, we're telling people ahead of time. It's our new brand.
It's a little spicy?
Yes.
Yeah, it's a little more than a little spicy, you fucking douche.
Bruh.
Just the way he says that shit.
Surprise,
Yes.
motherfucker.
Yeah,
Oh,
it's a little
he's
more than a little
so mad
spicy,
right now.
douche.
He is so mad.
Got him!
If I'm not
I'm gonna tell
mistaken,
you, I'm eating that damn chip on purpose, the whole thing. And let me tell you, it's a little more than spicy.
it's a little more than spicy, douchebag. You can see he just broke it into little pieces.
It's even funnier when you've eaten the chip and you know what you just did. And you're just like, it hits you like this. I can't even begin it.
That boy took off walking, and he was probably 2 blocks away. Turned around, come back, said, "Hold on, I gotta give these motherfuckers a piece of my mind. They just ruined my whole walk. I am hotter than I need to be right now."
Oh, he was hot as fuck. You could see it in his face. He was- Oh, buddy, that's funny.
You-
Okay. Oh, man, I'm sorry.
Your
I'm
third
sorry.
clip
Please
of the
stop.
morning, my
Please.
fuck. Your third clip of the morning, my friends, is a subtle reminder that maybe coffee dates aren't the move anymore.
Oh, if I can't do a coffee date, what can I do? What do we're
Wait, what?
I don't even know what we can do anymore, but I just want to let you know, boys, if you end up going on a coffee date, you may or may not want to bring a face shield, a poncho, or some form of umbrella, because if you just might say a little funny joke, or you're a funny ha-ha guy, then all of a sudden this coffee date could go real fucking south, all right? So, my friends, just a subtle reminder, a nice bird's eye view of one said coffee date. It's fucking everywhere, bro. Run that back, baby. There's one little fucking napkin she tries to stuck.
Bruh.
Please give that to me one more time. That is too fucking good. That is too fucking
Oh, dude.
it's too good.
So embarrassed. You know, she's so embarrassed.
Her eyes just got so big. She just
fucked up.
So I
Oh shit, I'm sorry.
it's so funny. So there was this girl one time. I remember asking her like one thing, we were on the phone or something. Before we went, so we went out once and then we were gonna go out again or something. Anyway, I'm on the phone with her, and I'm asking her. I asked her some shit like something stupid. Hey, tell me something you do that you know that I don't know, you wouldn't want to admit or whatever. I don't know, some shit like that. And she said she drools, and I started laughing like, "What, dude?" So the next night, I'm at the restaurant. We're at a bar. I'm sitting there, and we're laughing. She's sitting there right to the next to me, and she's laughing or whatever. And all of a sudden, just fucking drools.
Bruh.
And she like looked at me, and I looked at her. I started crying. Like, it was hilarious. Oh, she was so embarrassed. You know, I can't even tell you. I'm so
Emotional damage.
Needless to say, we're not together anymore. Oh,
I can't fucking breathe.
this is funny.
I can't.
Crying over here. Hey, bro, it was like, I'm telling you. Oh man,
Shut the fuck up, dude. I can't fucking breathe. I can't fucking breathe. You gotta fucking shit.
He's a show to do.
I can't imagine.
It was hilarious, bro, and it happened the next time I saw him. That's what was so funny about it. He just looked it up and looked at me. I was already dead.
Ooh. Oh, well, my friends. Oh, shit. Oh,
Sorry.
woo.
Get together, Cap. Get together, Swirl.
There is your morning laugh, my friends. Holy shit. The dangers of VR are a little spicy. And here's your coffee date. Woo boy. Well, my friends, I see all of you were hearty-har-harring. I see the chat coming alive this morning. If you're feeling good, you're feeling great. Don't be afraid. Don't hesitate. Hop on over in the chat. You got something burning on the brain, melting on the heart, festering on the soul over the course of the next hour or so. We'll get it out in the live chat. Whether it's some perspective, some insights, a question in regards to the show, or something you're dealing with, don't you know? Whatever it is, drop it in the live chat over there, whether you're on X, Rumble, or YouTube. And once we get into the third segment of the day, we'll shift up a little bit and start popping those bad boys up and seeing what y'all got to say. But speaking of segments, I do believe it's time to get into that first segment of the day. It's time to get that mindset whipped into shape. Get ourselves into the thought process of controlling our brains not controlling us. Getting those doggone battle weapons so sharp that it's barely going to take any effort to slay and fillet right through every single obstacle that turns into an opportunity that comes your way on this terrific Tuesday. As it's time to get into your first segment of the day, it's time for your Sharpening Session. Coming to you live from virtual reality.
Bruh.
Sorry.
I forgot you had one of those. I forgot.
I'm sorry. It was burning on my brain. Had to go get the old VR. Oh, well, friends.
Run to get that. That's the thing. You only get like 60 seconds.
I know, not very far. Right there on the edge. It was just plugged in over there. Who's to know?
Yeah, when I was in the apartment, it was always tough to like in that transition go get coffee. I'm like, okay, wow. I know exactly how many wow.
Yeah, I literally slapped it on my head. I was like, oh yeah, it's about perfect timing. Slapped her down. Here we go. Good to go. Live in VR. All right, well. Friends, family, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, tios y tias, güeros y güeras. Who's to say, who's to know? Wherever you may be, whoever you might be tuning into this show. Now is the time to get into the opening topic of the day. It is your title of the show, if you do not know. And maybe you didn't look at that. Maybe you haven't seen the thumbnail, if you didn't see that around the old social medias yesterday or this morning. So you have no idea what we're about to talk about. But maybe you might see it briefly in the ticker. Who's to say, who's to know? But I have a question for you for the opening topic of the day. Can anyone solve this equation? Can anyone solve this equation? Well, hey, don't all rush to throw up your hands all at once. I mean, jeepers creepers. I was just trying to see if anybody could help me solve it. I would say who's to know. But this morning, my friends, I want to bring up a little something that I referenced yesterday on the show. It was towards the end of the Reaction Refinery when we started talking about some different mindsets and kind of went down a rabbit hole, and I stopped a rabbit hole because I referenced a commercial that I watched over the weekend that I thought was going to have tons of perspective. And you actually don't have to pop me up yet. Bring me back these because we're going to watch a video here real quick because he's going to end up popping up anyway. Then you can do whatever you want from there. Make us look real good as Swirl One knocks the sleep out of his eyes still.
There's an eyelash in this sucker and it will not get out. It's killing me.
Hey, I have that happen sometimes.
Oh
too.
my
Happens to the
God.
best of us. But, you know, I mentioned this commercial at the end of yesterday's show. And I'm going to be honest. You might find it funny. You may not find it funny. You may think I'm completely stupid. We may roll this commercial and you might say, Cap, what the fuck are you about to talk about this morning? But my friends, I saw this commercial about a half a dozen times on Saturday night. And the last time I saw it, I stopped and I just sat and I watched. And I thought, well, by golly goodness, that's some interesting perspective. And I don't know why it came to me. Maybe it was the fun guys. Maybe it was something else. Who's to say? Who's to know? Probably the prior. But my friends, here this morning, this is not a free plug for State Farm, even though they are my insurance company. We're watching a Jake from State Farm commercial. And this commercial here, my friends, is entitled The Teacher's Pet. Roll that bad boy.
Who can solve this equation?
Ooh!
Me. Anyone else? Fine. Jake from State Farm. Again.
Right. It's the personal price plan theorem. If you bundle your home and auto, that can equal an affordable price just for you. Bundling. Just another way to save with the personal price plan. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
I'm sorry, that it gets me every time. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. And just look, I'm sorry. You'll be thinking, Cap, what the hell? What? Wait, what? Hold on. These, run it one more time. Maybe you missed something there. Maybe you're thinking, what? Oh, what did I miss? Am I crazy this morning? One more time, Deez. One more time.
Who can solve this equation?
Ooh! Me.
Anyone else? Fine. Jake from State Farm. Again.
Right. It's the personal price plan theorem. If you bundle your home and auto, that can equal an affordable price just for you. Bundling. Just another way to save with the personal price plan.
And don't take it away yet, Deez. Bring us right back real quick. I want to just mention something. If you look in the top right of the screen, what's that?
Diamond, baby.
Huh? How about that? All right, Deez, you can take it away. So, why did I pick that commercial? Why did we watch that commercial? Maybe even Swirl One's still confused. Where the hell am I going with this?
I saw a few things.
Okay, all right. So the first thing I got was the high energy of Jake from State Farm. When the professor said, hey, can anybody solve this equation? Everybody kind of, fuck that. Jake said, ooh, me. Right off the bat, he said, ooh. He about jumped out of his fucking chair. The energy, here I am, send me. Jake didn't want anybody else. He said, this is my opportunity. I know I got the answer. I know this is my chance. I want to go where nobody else has gone before. They don't like going up in front of everybody. They don't like being the 1%. Ooh, pick me. I've been preparing. I know it. I know the answer. So the professor, he picks him. And even, well, before the professor picks him, another part, the professor looks like anybody else, even after Jake Alvey. Come on. He keeps his belief higher, keeps raising higher, keeps believing, keeps saying, I'm the one, please send me. And eventually the professor picks on him. And he says, okay, come on up. Tell us what you know. How many times have we talked about God giving that purpose, that passion, that thought, that song, that opportunity, that $1 million idea to 10, 12 people in this entire world. And then he throws specific obstacles and trials and tribulations in their path that are tailored specifically to them. And those who can go far enough to turn those obstacles into opportunities and trials and tribulations into triumphs are the ones who become the overnight success millionaires of this world. But it takes continuous belief, even when you don't get picked, even when you think you deserve a reward. Even when you think that door should have already opened, you got to still believe and keep walking down that hallway. And then he goes up to the board and he talks about the personal price plan theorem. Say that 5 times fast. That's not what I want to talk about at all. What I want to talk about within that is obviously not the equation that the professor was looking for, but was Jake wrong? Was he wrong with the equation that he put up on the board? Clearly, that wasn't what whatever professor wanted from the entire class and what they were learning about, but maybe he found the right answer. Maybe with what he has been working on and what he sees and his vision and his dreams and his beliefs and nobody else can see, he took the graphs in a totally different way and turned it into a damn house and a car. And that's what he saw. Who's to say that's not the right answer? Why can't that be the right answer? And then the end, kind of a little funny bit where he throws the marker at him and they both look down. Obviously not the right answer, but he has so much confidence in himself, in his vision, in his belief, in his personal price plan theorem that he don't give a damn if even the professor who's teaching the class believes in him. He tossed the marker back. How about that for doing your job, prof? Prof's looking at him like, are you a moron? Are you bucking the system right now? You're out of your mind. That's the worst thing you could have possibly done. Meanwhile, Jake's living in abundance. He's feeling amazing. He got the answer. His life is great. While everybody else is looking around, judging him like, who the fuck are you? Who made you the one to find the right answer? Yeah, right. So, my friends, the moral of the teacher's pet is number one, sometimes all you need is a little perspective. And sometimes it's all in your perspective. See, most people would just watch that commercial, and I guarantee you they wouldn't pick those things out, and they wouldn't say, oh, wait a minute, there's a whole underlying thing here. Because most people aren't deeper than a bucket of water. You kick them over, and they just spill the fuck out everywhere. You shake them up a little bit, and it just starts splashing out over all the sides. But if you have a little bit of deeper perspective and you start to even look at the simple, basic things, the dumb commercials in between your main scheduled programming, maybe break out of that scheduled programming and learn a thing or two. And the second part is the right answer for you may not be the right answer for somebody else. And 99.999% of the time, the right answer for your life is never going to be the right answer for anybody else's life. And if you can find your purpose, your vision, find a dream and put a date next to it and turn it into a goal, break that goal down into steps, make it a plan, back that plan with daily consistent action and watch it become your reality, then who's to say that you aren't right and you weren't right all along? Who is to say that you had the wrong answer? Maybe you had the wrong answer the first 1,000 times that you took the rubber mallet and tried to smash open the stone. And then you realize on the 1,001st, damn, I need a granite hammer. I need something to really get. How am I going to bust through this? So you do it 1,001st, boom. And it opens open and it opens up. And yeah, sure. They're right until you're right. They're right until they're wrong. So maybe the answers for your life, the things that you're seeking, are not right for anybody else. Who's to say, who's to know, my friends? But that's just some thoughts I got from that commercial to open up the show. How about you, Swirl One?
I'm not wearing khakis.
Khakis?
Khakis.
Me neither, bro.
Just so you know. Yeah. But I am wearing pantalones, so I don't have to say, ¿Dónde es mi pantalones? You know what I mean? I'm definitely wearing it.
Yo tengo un fiesta en mi pantalones.
Bruh.
I used to say that all the time. I used to say,
no,
papa.
That stuff was, bro.
Ay,
Don't
wait.
say that to the wrong person. Hey, these aren't pendejos, hombre. Okay.
Yeah, I'm not going to say that to a biker gang or anything. Who's to know?
However, Jake, you okay over there?
Oh, I'm great.
Okay. All right. Jake will stay better. I love the fact that he walks right up and he says, I've got the answer. And I immediately picked that out. We've talked about it before. Hey, when somebody says raise your hand, right? Somebody says raise your hand. Watched something the other day, was kind of interesting to watch. You know, I was in Vegas and I was watching a corporate event, and I was standing in the back because what else are you supposed to? I was invited to everything, even though I was doing certain things. So I'm sitting there watching them, sitting in the very back of this thing, watching people. And somebody on stage says, hey, I don't remember how he said it, but he said it in a way of, hey, I need one person to come up here and do this or that, and somebody who doesn't mind being embarrassed. And literally one person raised their hand. And the way this person raised their hand was up, and he was all the way in the back, all the way. And the guy up there, he saw him. He's like, oh, man. Anybody else? And he went like that, and he goes, man, it's funny how when I say you're about to embarrass yourself, nobody wants to raise their hand. He goes, but maybe you're not going to embarrass yourself. Maybe it's something different. He goes, you know what? Come on up. So the guy comes up, and he sits there in front of everybody and says his name. And, you know, he's like, hey, is your heart racing? The guy's like, oh, yeah, my heart's racing. He's like, is your palms get sweaty? He's like, yeah. Is your knees weak? He goes, yeah. He goes, mom, spaghetti? He goes, not yet. And it was kind of funny. Yeah, you know what I'm talking about. Yeah, if you know. And next thing you know, he says to him, hey, I need you to do me a favor. Can you do the ABCs? He's like, yeah, of course I can. He's like, okay, go ahead and do them. So he did. He goes, can you count to 30? He's like, yeah, go ahead and count to 30. It's like, all right, count to 30. And then he says, all right, I want you to do something for me right now. In front of all these people, I want you to say your alphabet and then count with your alphabet. So when you say A, you say 1, B, 2, C, 3, D, 4. And just go ahead. Don't worry. They'll let you know when you're wrong, is what he said. So the guy starts just going for it. And the next thing you know, the thoughts in his head start to get ahead of him. And even though he can count all the way to 100, probably, he definitely knows his ABCs. He gets to a point about H, I, J, and all of a sudden he doesn't remember what's next. And he looks up and there's just crickets and everybody's looking at him and and then everybody starts laughing. And he's like, I swear I know. It's a good job because you did way better than anybody. But that's the point. That's the point. You already know everything. You know what you're trying to learn. He went up there and he knew what his truth was. He demonstrated his truth for everybody inside the class. He was not embarrassed to do so when he went up there. And that's one thing you have to understand is perspective is everything. Even though that wasn't the lesson that the professor wanted to give, it's the lesson that he got from it. And that's the crazy thing. Some people go to school for different reasons. Some go to get that degree, of course. They have to get through this class. Why are you taking this class? Well, because it's part of my prerequisites. I got to take it on there. See, it's on this list right here. I've got to take it. If I don't do that, I don't get this. Some people take it because it's for the money. Well, you know, trying to go and do this. I did this already, and I'm going to get my master's. I'm going to get out of that. I'm going to make more money when I do that. Some people are taking the class just for themselves, just so they can get a little bit more knowledge so they can apply it to a different skill. Maybe the whole reason why they're looking at it is so that they can see something from a different perspective, because perspective is everything. Everyone goes in to learn something different. And don't forget this, as you're looking at the 6 on the ground, it's always going to look like a 9 to the opposition, no matter how much you look at it. And you can sit there and argue till your face is blue, and you won't understand why that person doesn't see your perception, doesn't see your reality. You keep telling them it's a 6, and you can see it as clear as day. But they just don't see it like you see it. And then somebody walks by and goes, hey, you guys are both right.
Whoa. Man, I would, if we were on Decoding the Divide, I would get down a rabbit hole. I was watching Tate yesterday on the PBD podcast, and the way he put something that's a very hot button topic right now was just both sides could be right. Both sides could be right. And why can't that be a thing? And, you know, it's all of these, and I guess we can kind of go down because this was another part of it. He was talking about it's all of these high level political or world moving topics that draw these emotional reactions that people get into the black and white camps instantly. Just boom. There's no gray area. There's no, let's talk about this. Let's see, maybe your position's right. Maybe my position's right. Maybe this part's wrong, that part's wrong. And we figure out what's the real truth all the way in between. Why are we dragging people away or trying to change their opinions or anything in between? That was what I thought about when you started talking about this. You know, we can sit and argue until we're blue in the face. We can argue till we ain't got no breath, but we will not change people's minds. And I shared some stuff from Dolores Cannon, and I've gone back down the Dolores Cannon rabbit hole. And she talks ad nauseum about how it is not our job to change anybody. It is not our job to get anybody to see the light. Our job is to be the light, to be the ones who understand the truth and move by the truth and seek and speak the truth. Our job is not to convert those who are already on the other side and are the opposition and don't believe in anything we say anyway. Our job is to get to those in the middle who don't know if they kind of believe this, kind of believe that, holy shit. And then maybe we say just one thing that makes them change a thought, move a muscle and say, whoa, wait a minute. I never heard it that way before. I think I might try that. And that happens because of our willingness to embarrass ourselves, not worrying about what other people think about us, not worried about what people think about this little podcast. I don't know if some of you saw it and I didn't see it yesterday. I would have mentioned it on the show, but I just find it rather intriguing. I didn't know that there were some trolls in the comment section yesterday. And, you know, for people to take the time out of their day to get into a comment section of somebody who is just clearly on their grind, somebody who is just showing up every single day, doing the next right thing, putting one foot in front of the other. How shit does your life have to be? How fucking garbage of a life do you have to be? And I took a moment last night just to scroll through said person's X feed, just to see what they might be saying or what they might be up to. And it's exactly that, trash and garbage. They're just a piece of shit humming bean. So yeah, you wanted your 15 minutes of fame. You got it, you dumb cunt. Who cares? You're a piece of shit. And at the end of the day, we're going to keep showing up because I'm working, you're watching. And I'm not afraid of what anybody thinks. Any comment section on Instagram or, I mean, holy shit, here's another one for you. I love the fact that we have trolls now.
So do I. I maybe
brother. I put out that I fucking hate America video yesterday, right? My whole reaction, the first thing was me having my back-to-back World War champs tank top on, and I kind of like it. Somebody, instead of listening to what was going on in that video, somebody went out of their way. First thing, an hour before I woke up this morning, 4:30 in the morning, commented on that video and said, I think you need to figure out what the definition of back-to-back is. That's what you got out of that? That your life is so miserable that just because there was a handful of decades in between World War I and World War II, it wasn't back-to-back enough for you that you had to fucking mention that? Brother.
There wasn't another world war in between that. So.
Brother. That's what I said. I commented back to him. I said, is my history wrong? Was there another world war between in WW1 and WW2 that I didn't know about? And
Sorry, it didn't happen in season 2.
Am I just like, well, what are we talking about? And I love it because, fuck, what you're helping my algo, you're helping me go, you're helping me flow. It's just getting into more stuff. Why do I care, man? And that's why I know I'm comfortable. Hey, Cap, we got an opportunity, crowd of 10,000 people. We need an extra speaker. Here I am, send me.
That's the difference, and that's where it all matters right there. And that's why when I saw that, you know, if I could have raised my hand, I would have raised my hand. Because here's the thing, I have nothing to lose. Who are those people and what does it matter? So when I get up there, I'm not embarrassed by what I say. These people aren't going to ever see me again. They don't know me from Adam. So I can say whatever I want, stand in my truth and see it from my perspective and say it out loud. And I can do A1, B2, C3 all the way through because you know why? I've already embarrassed myself to the upteenth level and you guys will never understand that. I've been through it already. I have already drugged myself through the mud to the point where if I say something right now, I'm standing on business. I'm standing on it. That's it. I'm just doing it. And that's one thing that you have to understand about people is they will sit there and poke at you, look at you, laugh at you. when they themselves have not gotten into the ring with the mirror and kicked the shit out of themselves so they realize who the hell they are. Once they are not worried about being embarrassed or making an ass of themselves or looking like lesser than themselves because their ego is going to be hurt for whatever reason, then that's when they actually start to win, because you get out of your own damn way. I love the fact that you said, hey, both people are right. We talked about the perspectives being correct. There is no problem with the opposition thinking the way they are. That's okay. There's not a problem with it. Everybody's got their own perspective. You aren't going to like mustard like this person doesn't like mustard. You're just,
I love mustard.
But you don't like mayonnaise, and some people love that.
Hate it.
So I'm just telling you right now, there's things out there that no matter what you do, just because they do like mayonnaise doesn't make them bad people. It just gives them a different perspective. Stop being embarrassed about what you like, what you don't like, what your truths are, what your skills are, what your knowledge is, and what you want to go up and answer the equation for.
Drop a fucking bomb, these. When have you ever heard a motivational speaker give you perspective on mayonnaise and mustard, and just because they don't like it don't make them bad people? Come on! Ah! Damn, if that don't get you fired up, I don't know what will. And you guys thought there wasn't going to be no perspective coming from a little State Farm commercial. Shit. Man, who you thought you was playing with? Who you thought you was tuning in to this morning? Who's to say, who's to know? Well, my friends, there is your sharpening session. Can anyone solve this equation? Well, maybe you can just solve the equation if you choose to solve it any way you want. Who's to say, who's to know? But my friends, if you're fans of the show, you'll know where we're about to go. But if you don't, you won't. And let me be the first to let you know that it is time for our second segment of the day, where we pop up some clips. We dive into some new topics and give you our own perspective on said topics at hand. So without further ado, it's time to get into your second segment of the day. Coming your way, your Reaction Refinery. Alrighty then, my friends. Here we are back live in prime time for your second segment of the day, your Reaction Refinery. We got 4, count them, 1, 2, 3, 4 clips coming your way on this terrific Tuesday. And once again, they all feature some high-level humming beans. No real varieties this morning. Well, R-E-A-L for show, but R-E-E-L, no mo. Not this morning. Well, probably in the future, but not today. However, without any further hesitation or delay, clip number 1 coming your way. Sent to me by Mr. Producer himself, D-E-E-Z-Y, the one and only. And it features a man who we've had on this program before. He gave us some high-quality perspective, and I think I need to tap into what he's doing a little more often, because this guy right here, he's one of them like us, Swirl One. I'd be talking about the motivation in a totally different perspective than all these other fuddy-duddies out there. So, Mr. Ryan Leak, here this morning to give us some perspective on some things we talk about. Who's say, who's no? A nice little quote. If it doesn't align, it doesn't get my time.
Mantras I've begun to live and work by is, if it does not align, it does not get my time. If it does not align, it does not get my time. The reason that that's very important for me is because I'm a really nice person and I like saying yes to everything and everybody. But what can happen is when you're a nice person and you say yes too much, you then become a distracted person. So then you're good at a lot, but you're not great at anything. But when you say, you know what, if it does not align, it does not get my time, you can politely tell people, you know what, I'm sorry, I can't make it. Hey, I'm sorry, hey, can I get an hour with you? Hey, I don't have an hour, but I do have 15 minutes. You're able to politely let people down, because some of us were like, man, I just don't want to hurt their feelings. But actually, you can challenge somebody else when you start to put boundaries around your schedule to say, hey, I'd love to get coffee with you, but man, I don't actually have the time this week. But guess what? I can do a phone call. I'll be driving at 2:45 to go pick up my kid from school. I'd be happy to take a phone call, but I can't meet you downtown for coffee today. Like, on some level, what you're saying is you're saying, hey, I still value you, but I'm headed in a direction. And there's some things that I used to say yes to in my past that I have to say no to in light of my future. If you're gonna go to the next level, you need to have a next level schedule that aligns with where you want to go.
Bro, that's a really big one. And I really like the fact that he talked about, hey, you know, and everybody wants to give their time, but, you know, and I watched this video the other day and it was talking about, and forget the circumstances of what it is. Let's just talk it in terms of a gardener. And a gardener is excited because he's booked out for the rest of the month. He's got contracts signed and everything. And he's got everything going on. Man, I tell you what, he's got work all the way to the end of March, and he's so excited about it. And along the way, he gets to the middle of March and he starts realizing, wait a minute, man, why am I not making money? What's going on here? I've booked all the way up. I've got every day there. I need some more money. What's going on? He realizes he might be undercharging a little bit. And so now what's happened? Well, he continues to keep booking. And then all of a sudden you got him 2-3 weeks down the road. He still has jobs he's got to do that he has already booked at a lower rate than he would like to. So he's worked up what they call work debt, where he's doing work. He feels like he's busy. He's doing busy work every single day, but he's not getting paid his worth on it. Because you know why? He sold himself short. He said, you know what? I can do this job in 4 hours, and it took him 5 hours that week. He didn't think about how much that aligned with what his day is. He's only got 9 hours a day, 8 hours a day to get something done. So if he dedicates 4 hours to this and he tries to get 3 jobs, no wonder he doesn't have time with his family. No wonder he doesn't have time with his daughter. And then when you turn around and he says, hey, man, I don't got enough money, he's realizing he's sacrificing the time for all these other things for that little bit of money that he's getting. And now all of a sudden, it's not worth the $50 an hour. You might want to charge more.
Damn, I like that perspective. That's some interesting stuff right there. And man, I just think about the 4 or 5 things we always talk about. If it doesn't align with those 4 or 5 things you're working on, you're consistently putting your effort into, then why are you wasting your time on it? And I'm not saying you can't take a moment to go out and have a couple of drinks, to flick the sticks a little bit. Those things are good. You need time to do that. It's not working 14 days a week and 48 hours in a day, for crying out loud, like some entrepreneurs would have you believe. They're so productive, they work 2 days in 1 day and 2 weeks in 1 week. Hey, give me a break. Stop it. There's nobody that can do that. You're going to get burnt out. You're going to get tired. So that's why you have to make these things, these 4 or 5 things, the things that fire you up, that get you going, that get you passionate, that you know are improving you mentally, physically, financially, personally, professionally, and you can't help but just always do something for them. And the moment you sit down to do something that doesn't align, you say, oh shit, can't be wasting this time. And you get back into something that does. It's just a simple mindset. Before you do anything, just ask yourself, does this align? Should I spend the time? And if the answer is no, this is not a gray area. Like we talked about a little while ago, this is not a gray area. If the answer is no, then it is no. Binary code in this situation, 1s and 0s, yes and no. Do it, don't do it. That's all there is in this situation. If it doesn't align, don't let it steal your time. Whew. Shout out Ryan Leak, man. Great stuff. Your second clip of this morning, my friends, features a young man who is usually with his partner in crime, but this time he is just by himself. And his partner in crime is rather excited because his Philadelphia Squeagles were your Super Bowl champions. Yes, I am talking about the one and only Mr. Gilly and his large old hat dancing around as he does. His man, the myth, the legend, his sidekick, the one and only Wallow, here joining us this morning live from Club Shay Shay, shout out to Shannon Sharp as well, where he gives us a little bit of perspective on why there is no competition.
People say don't do anything with family, but you and Gilly seem to work.
Me and Cuz ain't got no ego. I can check him and it's done right there. He can check me and it's done right there. Because if we wrong, we wrong. If we right, we right. We don't, and then we're not in competition with each other. We so excited for each other. We always championing each other when we win. That's different. Bro, you don't see that. Everybody want to compete with each other when we supposed to eat with each other. We ain't built like that. We just not built like that.
Huh? Huh?
No, I can't tell you enough. And it's funny because, you know, I sent out, actually, I posted some on my Instagram yesterday. You know, all you got to do is hit the little slider just to see. And I'm just trying to see if there's any reactions on there. And so a lot of people saw it and nobody touched it. And I'm like, oh, interesting. Interesting. It's funny. Everybody feels like it's competition, but I'm the one that's saying, you know what, your success doesn't affect my success. Has no bearing on whether I get something or don't get something. Here's the other thing, too. They're making plenty of money out there every single day. They're printing it literally off Xerox machines. So if you don't think there's not enough out there for you to get some, it's everywhere. So quit trying to gatekeep and quit trying to look at people like, oh my gosh, if that person does this, I can't do that. That's such a scarcity mindset. I love what he says. We're not built that way. That's not how it is. I want all my people to win. I don't care who it is. I celebrate my people's wins. I celebrate when somebody's kicking ass or when they do this or that happens or these things. That's what's important in life is you got to be excited about people around you who are doing things. If it doesn't inspire you to do better, then my buddy, I'm telling you right now, go get in the ring in the mirror, man. Just telling you.
100%. And you're around the wrong people, man, because really there is no competition. There's no competition over here. And that's the best part about what we got going on right now. And I love what Wallow said. When I'm wrong, one of the guys can check me and they know I'm not going to fucking fly off the handle. Oh, fuck you. Who you think you are? This is my... Oh, wait a minute. Yeah, you kind of got a point. That's only dad. All right. I'll look into that. I understand. And they understand it's the same way here. I say, hey, man, I don't know about that. Maybe try adjusting this. But the thing is it's all in the approach, and you approach it the right way, and you know each other, and you spend time with each other, and people will know what fucking trips somebody's trigger and what sets them off, and they will intentionally push that fucking button instead of going around that button and approaching it in the right way and saying, hey, I know you don't like this, but let me just give you something. I'm only trying to help. That's it. Not enough people are willing to do that, and then they just want to compete. And if I'm not winning, then or that person's winning because they're winning, I'm not winning. Oh my goodness, none of that even matters, man. There is no competition, and you're going to start to see very, very soon. The more that we start to win, the more that everybody around us starts to win. Who's to say? Who's to know? But your third clip of this fine morning show features two high-level humming beans. One that we saw yesterday, and one I don't know that we've ever seen on this program before. The one we've never seen before goes by the name of John Canary, a high-level thought-provoker, motivational speaker. And also the man we saw yesterday, the one and only Bob Proctor. It's a little mashup of a couple things that they have to say in regards to the fact that nobody, and I mean nobody, knows how to do it.
About what they say. Well, listen, if you don't worry about what they say, you're missing out.
That's going to be the wrong video there, Dees.
Someone mentioned to me today, well, I don't know how to do it. You know what? There isn't a soul alive that knows how to reach a goal until they reach it. This world that you live in, that you see, and everything you believe it to be, is a reflection of your own mental attitude towards yourself. Success is nothing more but energy in its most organized state of vibration.
Listen to your thoughts. You're going to find that many of the things you do are done through habit. When we're not doing the things that give us the results we want, we are emotionally involved with a destructive concept that we put in here ourselves. Let's consciously and deliberately build a positive idea, get emotionally involved with the positive idea, and simultaneously we move into a positive vibration. Everything changes.
Woo! Jeez.
Woo!
Fired up, man. I'm telling you. I love that. And they're absolutely correct, though. When you believe that things are going to be good and you believe you have every ability to win, somehow you make it through the day positively. Good things happen to great people. People out there that are trying. You wonder why people, and man, you're like, man, I don't know how that guy gets so lucky. I don't know. Man, this guy's not smarter than me or whatever. You know what it is? He doesn't know any better than to stop. He just continues to go forward. And all of a sudden, great things keep happening because you know why? He does not know how to stop. And that's one of the greatest things about people that have perception, that have vision, that have a purpose. They just keep seeing what they see, and they're going to keep walking until they see the pasture that's in their minds. And you may not be able to see it. And it might not look like they're walking through a desert right now. But, buddy, let me tell you, follow them for long enough, and you'll see that same pasture. I promise you.
150%, man. And one of the things he said right at the beginning, nobody knows how they reach the goal until they get to the goal. It's so funny. But I take that a step further. A lot of people get to the goal and they still don't know how they got to the goal because they just run around like chickens with their heads cut off and just fucking and down the hallway and trial, tribulation, obstacle, holy shit, loss, failure. And they don't ever take a moment to just sit back and reflect and recognize all the things that they're going through that are truly making them the best version of themselves. And that's why a lot of motivational speakers, when they get asked, how did you do what you do? How did you make all this money? I just kept showing up. I just got lucky. I don't know. It just kind of happened. Because they're not taking stock. They're just fucking grinding it out, losing their shit, not really the best version of them. Maybe they are on camera, but once they shut that camera off, then it's like, ooh, damn, homeboy. Whoa, wait, whoa. You're not every... Yikes. Who's to say, who's to know? So nobody knows how to reach a goal. Nobody knows how to make... Nobody knows shit. Shout out to Sportsbook Consig, baby. Nobody knows shit. His favorite quote in the world. You can figure everything out you want. You can research every book. You can go to every fucking class. You can get every certification, every degree, every possible thing in the world, and you're still not going to know what to do. Nobody knows shit. So just go after it with that knowledge in mind.
Tag on that too. And yesterday I searched something. And I was thinking about your school thing the other day, and I was thinking about colleges, and I was thinking about trade schools. And so I was just down the rabbit hole of, do people get paid more to go to school? Does it actually equate to a better life? And other than maybe lawyer, doctor, which, again, like I said, most people hate what they do. They just want the money that comes from it. What I found was, as people are going through life trying to attain whatever it is they're doing, the schooling that they went and got, they could have gotten anywhere else in the world. YouTube, what you might be watching right now, is the school of the world. The only difference is somebody in this, I don't know, college, high school, whatever you want, they took all that information and organized it in a way where they could compartmentalize it for you. So therefore you could learn whatever it was. So let me tell you, you don't got to go pay a ton of money to some institution so that you can compartmentalize the information you need to learn so that you can become what you need to become. You want to become anything from a plumber to a music orchestra conductor. You can do it by just looking out and seeking the right information, putting it in the right order, and then studying it daily.
That's a fact, Jack. I just lost my doggone black pen. I don't know where the other pen went. However, I was going to write this note down. I don't need to write it down. Now, I watched this video the other day, maybe it was yesterday, about the exact same thing you're talking about. And the premise was, the title was Be Your Own Parent. And, you know, early in life when we're children, everything is set up for us, right? And we have school to go to, or after school programs, or sports and everything. And we're really not aware of all the behind the scenes shit that goes into it. So then when we become an adult, we realize all the work that goes into this shit, and we got a job, and we got this, we got that. And we stop setting things up for ourselves. We stop making life interesting, and we start getting lost in the daily monotony instead of continually finding that little kid in ourselves. And to take that a step further too, thinking about the little kid, I also watched a video of Terry Crews yesterday, and he said, when it entirely changed my mind on the whole negative self-talk shit, right? Oh, you're a dumbass. Oh, you're not doing right. You're a failure. Another loss. Way to go, dipshit. He said, I pulled out a picture of me at 11 years old, and I just looked at that picture and I said, would I ever call him a dumbass? Would I ever tell him he's stupid? And it's even choked me up thinking about that. Change your mindset, change your life. Maybe that little dude's still in there somewhere. And maybe he dreamed of the person you are today. And maybe, just maybe, you're letting him down a little bit. Your final clip of the morning, my friends, features a man who you briefly saw for a moment, so you know Andy Frisella is about to come your way. And he's got some damn good perspective this morning. I heard last night, I said, ooh, that kind of...
I'm sorry.
Hey, it's all right, man. Don't worry about it. No
That's
problem.
the worst thing that happens all day. You're doing great.
You'll be all right, buddy. Don't worry about it. Your fourth clip of the day from the legendary Mr. Frisella features some perspective on why you could potentially be missing out on 50% of your motivational fuel.
Worry about what they say. Well, listen, if you don't worry about what they say, you're missing out on 50% of the available fuel. And it takes 100% of the available fuel to get where you want to go. And every single motherfucker I know that's built anything relevant that is highly successful, whether they talk about it in public or not, if you get them in private and you get a couple fucking whiskeys in them, they'll tell you everybody they hate. They know their names, they know where they live, they know what they're doing, and they'll say, fuck that motherfucker, I'm winning. And they're proud of it. And all of them have this dark side in them that wants to smash fucking faces. And that comes from rejection. It comes from doubt. It comes from people breaking up with you. It comes from people saying ignorant shit, not believing in you. These are things that you can use by simply saying, fuck them, and going and doing it.
Yeah. That hit my soul. My soul.
Me too. Missing out on 50% of the available fuel. Don't worry about what they say. Well, maybe you should. And maybe sometimes those trolls just might be saying something that's the truth. And maybe it's an opportunity to check up from the neck up, an opportunity that you can use to improve. Maybe it's not all the way the truth, but maybe, I can improve this a little bit. I can get a little bit better here. And 150%, you guys know my fucking story. If you follow me in any level whatsoever, you see my timeline, which I'm pretty shadow banned right now. You've been seeing this whole doggone thread for the last, 3-4 years now, almost 5 years now, for crying out loud, of people skiing. And that was because somebody told me that I was getting ahead of my skis. And I just wanted them to see every fucking day, every year, every moment that I was still skiing. And no matter what, I was going to keep going down that fucking mountain. You're damn right. If you want to be different, if you want to be exceptional, if you want to be part of the 1%, it does take that fire, that energy that I just want to smash fucking faces and prove everyone who has said that I'm going to be wrong. And I'm going to say how right I fucking was. I told you so. Whew. Shit.
So I agree. And that's why I said it hits my soul. Ted Logan put it in the chat too. My vehicle to success is powered by troll tears. The harder the attack, the faster I go. It's the truth, man. It's 100% the truth. And again, to what Capp says, I'm not going to dispute a troll's truth with them. That's their truth. And if they believe that's what it is, great, good for them. I'm not going to change their mind. Because again, the opposition is right. That's their truth. I can't change it. But what I do like about what he's saying is that when you're out there and you do talk to somebody who is very successful, including me, get me in the door. I'll tell you, buddy, exactly who I know chose wrong, who did this or that. I'll tell you. And you know what? There is a little chip on my shoulder for those people. And I do want to turn around and say, hey, look, you know what? Yeah, you thought I wasn't this or that. Watch what happens. And it's currently happening. It's been happening. There's so many. And I just brought it up a little while ago. Hey, I posted somebody. All you had to do was just go like this and go like that. And I see you don't touch it. And I'm like, it just shows me. It just shows me. And you know what? That's fuel. It makes me just want to go that much harder. It makes me be that much better. It makes me really, really wash the dishes when it's time to wash the dishes.
150%, man. 150%, man. I told Deez the other day, I said, man, I can't wait to do X, Y, and Z just so I can give a couple of these and say, hey, baby, you watched. You should have bought a ticket.
I'm working. You're watching.
As cocky as that is, I don't give a damn because I'm not cocky in me. I'm cocky in what he's given me. So you can think what you want. At the end of the day, I'm the one putting my head on the pillow, and I'm right with him. So you do whatever you got to do. Who's to say, who's to know? Damn. How about a second segment of the show, my friends? Andy Frisella, shout out. John Canary, Bob Proctor, Wallow, and the one and only Ryan Leak. Woo! Banger. My friends, 20 minutes after the top of the hour, and it is time to get into your third and final segment of the day, where we slide on over into the live chat and we see what all you beautiful humming beans have got to say. So if you ain't been in there already and you got something burning on the brain, melting on the heart, festering deep down on the soul, well, if you're on YouTube, Rumble, or X, you can get it out in the live chat, don't you know? So use the opportunity right now to do so, whether it's some perspective, some knowledge, some insights, a question in regards to a topic we discussed today, or a question in regards to an obstacle you're dealing with and how you might need some perspective to turn it into an opportunity, baby. As we get into your third and final segment of the day, it's time for your answers from the Anvil. Okie dokie artichokes. Here we are for your third and final segment of the day. Your answers from the Anvil on this terrific Tuesday morning, Terrific, March the 4th, 2025, episode 681. Hope you're ready to continue coming alive. And speaking of alive, that chat has been alive all morning long.
Fired up, bro.
I've been seeing you guys, and I haven't mentioned anything about it because I wanted to save it for the third segment because I saw it coming, and I said, damn, this is going to be a hot segment today. So, my friends, without further ado, DEEZY, you know what to do. Woo! There we is. We shifted up now. All right. Pop them comments out there, my guy. Who we got tuning in live in prime time? The man, the myth, Iron Shag. If I remember correctly, you are a huge fan of Mayo. How about you go kick rocks? Huh? How about you go pound sand? Huh? Yeah. You go do that today, huh? Just pound a couple of pounds of sand. That's what you need to do. Doggone Iron Shag, huge fan of Mayo. You got me confused is what you got. Shout out to you, Shag. Appreciate you tuning in, brother. Slugbug, morning, y'all. Great morning, Slugbug. Appreciate you and the fam bam tuning in, starting your Tuesday the right way. Another OG down in Missouri, Jeff Oglesby. Ooh, I'm a poet now. You really know it. GM. Great morning, Mr. Damascus. We appreciate the hell out of you. Hope you have a solid start to the day.
Taco Tuesday.
Angel SD, what up, Mr. Peguero? Happy Taco Tuesday, FNF crew. Happy Taco Tuesday to you. Eat a couple for us boys over here, if you wouldn't mind. Brian, Live Dog, Livingston, GM, Diamond Handers. Great morning, Live Dog. We appreciate you. Thank you for all of your consistency that you show to this Diamond Hand fam, to this show, and all of the Diamond Hand Media Group and our undertakings. We appreciate the hell out of you, good sir. Crypto Savage, the man, the myth, the legend, the one and only, tuning in from the tube of the U variety. GM, great morning, Crypto Savage. Always good to see you, G. Appreciate you starting your day the right way. Mrs. Metal, one half of the Metal Crazies. Great morning. Happy Tuesday. Today's reminder is if you could erase all the mistakes of your past, you would also erase the wisdom of your present. Remember the lessons, not the disappointment. Wow. Shout out Mrs. Metal. Holy smokes. That's some perspective right there. Man, oh man. I gotta think about that some more too. Wow, we might have to take that as a whole doggone topic. Whoo-wee. Clip that, D's. Hit me a little B. We might bring that back to the show. I like that right there.
Put a little B there.
Little be there. Speaking of be there, Bella Rossi, she's always there. Great morning, everyone. Have a fantastic day. Great morning, Mama Snow. Right back your way. We appreciate you. Chris Oswomana. Me and him matching here this morning. Great morning, everyone. Have a spectacular Tuesday, chicken suckers. Shout out to you, you chicken sucker. We appreciate that. I love how that's sticking now. It's starting to stick on the timeline, dog. More and more people are using it and getting in the comment section, putting some chickens down there. So, and last night, Boff Diggy got in. He says, "Where's my chicken suckers at?" Oh, baby. I say, yeah, Boff Diggy, let's go, motherfucker.
Don't encourage him, guys. Okay. Don't encourage him.
No, I'm just saying it sticks. It sticks. Who say who's no? Fuck Mayo. Oh, dude, we got to bring that hashtag back. Bro, we have been through some shit, have we not? We have been through some shit, boys. Holy hell.
That's all we need is something else to divide us.
Hey, that's why it's PHUQ. He used to say, who's to know? Shout out to you, Chris Oswald, about it. Damn, don't forget a doggone thing. World War 1.5, bro. Haven't you heard of it? No, I must have missed that one in the old history books. Who's to say, who's to know? I'll have to consult you. Get me up to date. Maybe you figured it out before I did. Shout out, Ted. We love you, dude. Get in the ring with the mirror. I'm telling you what, that was a banger perspective. Swirl One said that a couple times. He also said, the opposition is right. That's because it's their truth. I think you guys really need to think about that one for a moment. Who's to say, who's to know? Shout out Mama Bear. Appreciate you tuning in live to the show. Who else we got out there this morning, D's? Our girl, her world of makeup, the beautiful Mrs. G. Lou, a.k.a. Gabrielle. OMG, this was me last week. I never blocked so many people in my life because they just had the time. It was unreal. I just didn't give them my energy at all. They hated it even more. You know what I like to do? And I've been on this little kick here recently. I don't block, right? Because I want you to watch me win. I obviously don't want to follow you anymore because you don't bring shit to this world, but I want you to keep watching me win. So I'm never going to really block anybody. But what I will do is if you just post stupid shit, or if you are maybe of the opposite sex and are just posting booty pictures all out there, I just go right to the page and just unfollow and just go live my life again. So that's what I'm on right now. No blocking, total unfollowing. So I'm on that same energy right now, Mrs. G. Lou. We appreciate the hell out of you. Thanks for that perspective. Albright's Fur Farm. After listening to all that alpha on the GAC space, I couldn't sleep either. Well, who's to say, who's to know? Maybe you should have been there. Maybe you should have paid attention. Maybe you got some real good stuff. Maybe by next Thursday at that networking meeting, we'll have some real crazy updates for everybody. Who's to say, who's to know? I'm just going to keep speaking it into existence as we continue to catch a flow. Our friends over at Radio Free Hub City Live, the legendary Red Pill Yehu, Mr. Ken Buckler, the beautiful Miss BB, and wherever the beautiful Mrs. Buckler might be. He says, I turn insults into rejections in inserts. I turn insults and rejections into merchandise. That's what I was trying to say with the English language. You know what else I love about trolls? They increase engagement, which gets more eyes on your content who do appreciate it. Absolutely. That's my 150% my mindset. I don't even think about it. I post in ghost. I got to get a little bit better at that sometimes too, because sometimes I just be posting the shit. I ain't going on social media the rest of the day. I post my content. See you guys later. Who's to know? But we appreciate all you beautiful humming beings tuning into the show. Thanks for helping that third segment go and flow. But that's all we got coming your way today, minus a few reminders and closing thoughts and perspectives. So we might as well start working on that. And how do we do so? By checking back in with the man on the opposite side of the screen, DJ Swirl One. Any final thoughts, comments, reminders, perspectives, anything in between for episode 681?
Man, I don't know. I don't got too many things going on today for reminders for you guys. I've got to hit the books, hit the calls, hit the emails. I got so much shit going on today. I'm going to be busy all day long, all day learning lessons, trying to eat some frogs. Don't worry about all that. I might even put them inside a tortilla and call it a taco. Woo! My friends, thank you for showing up today, live or recording, to Forge and Fuel. We love to sit here and motivate you, inspire you to be a better person. Get better every single day, even if it's just by 1%. So hit that like button, that subscribe button, and send out some vibes letting you know exactly why you tune in live in prime time. Deezy, good to see you, my friend. Thank you for all that you do to add texture to this amazing show. My friends, I'm going to get to work today and get some things going. Have an amazing day. See you tomorrow.
Shout out, Swirl One. We appreciate the hell out of you, my guy. Thanks for all your insights, your knowledge, your vibes all morning long. Have a terrific rest of your Tuesday because you, sir, deserve it. As for all you humming beans out there on the opposite side of the screen, tapped in, tuned in, locked in live in prime time to episode 681, or maybe watching the recording wherever you may be, whatever platform in between, we can't thank you enough. We appreciate the hell out of you for starting your day the right way here at FNF, baby. But it's officially time to wrap this bad boy up for the day. Paper or plastic? Put a bow on that Shamama Beach. Episode, as I just said, 681. 681. There you go, Chris Oswalmata. Got it one time for the one time. Is officially fin. No mas, no mo. It's time to get on up and get on out from this fine morning show. But not before you allow me to remind thee of a few key and critical things. Number one, even a 2-year-old can make an excuse.
What?
Number two, even a dead fish can go with the flow.
What?
And number three, being that this here show is a member of the Diamond Hand Media Group, I ask you keep in mind at DHMG, we don't only HOLD.
What?
We hold each other up. And right now is one hell of a time to flex those diamond hands. Shout out to each and every one of you flexing those diamond hands on a day in and day out, night in and night out basis. We appreciate you from the bottom of our heart for investing your most valuable assets with us here this morning. Could have invested them 1,000,001 other places. In fact, that you gave us your time and your attention, we are forever grateful. We'll continue to pay back that investment to you, give you some of that high quality ROI by showing up each and every day on the consistent, persistent pursuit of our passions and being right by your side while you pursue yours. No major breaking updates or announcements. Kind of a free Tuesday. Nothing really going on outside of this show. So enjoy turning some obstacles into opportunities. What you thought was going to be a loss, a brand new lesson. And what was looking like a failure in your path, just a doggone new chance to flourish. Whatever it might be, we hope you have a terrific rest of your Tuesday, unless you have any other plans. We ask that you remember that you are kind, you are smart, you are important, and you are loved. We'll see you on the flip side, my friends. Same time, same place tomorrow morning for episode 682 of this fine morning program. But for now, for Mr. Producer DEEZY, for the co-host with the mo-host DJ Swirl One, and for yours truly, Cap or Super Saiyan Sroka, or whatever the hell else you might know me as, Colt 45, I don't know, maybe from back in the day, who's to say, who's to know. We appreciate you tuning into this morning show. Have a terrific, nay, a tremendous, nay, a tremendous rest of your Tuesday. We'll catch you on the flip. For now, as always, peace and love.